All right, my man. State your name. Let them know you on Real Talk with
How
Nick.
you doing? My name is Kevin Williams. I'm always here with my brother Nick. We're going to talk about the draft and some other stuff. We're going to shoot it up, dice it,
All right.
and we're going to give it out.
All right.
We always do.
Now talk to me, man. You saw the draft. You think the Knicks is moving in the right direction?
Like I said, Nick, history has a bad way of repeating itself. But on this one, I got to hold my hands because I don't know exactly. I think the Knicks going to keep the team together and hold it. And then if it doesn't work out as a contingency, they're going to execute those three conditional first-round picks that they got yesterday. My problem with the Knicks is could have got either Jalen Duren or A.J. Griffin. And these are key pieces for the future.
Now, with them two players you just mentioned, how you feel they would have benefited the Knicks?
Listen, in Jalen Duren's 6'11" from Memphis, shot blocker, mobile center, could have been the backup to Mitchell Robinson. Regardless of what, either Jericho, the guy, Jericho, the other guy, I don't really know his last name, but I know his name is Jericho.
Jericho Sims?
Jericho Sims could be the backup. But I'm saying that getting Jalen Duren, that's an insurance policy against injury. That's all. He's a rookie. Trade him. A.J. Griffin is more of an impact player because Derrick Rose and Quigley, we really don't know exactly what's going to happen until they're on the court. So I got to have contingency plans for that. And A.J. Griffin would have been a good contingency plan just in case.
Now, speaking of Derrick Rose,
Yes.
you think they're going to trade Derrick Rose off? And if so, do you think it's a smart move? I mean, he is up in age.
They're going to have to move from Derrick Rose, man. At some point, they're going to have to move from him. So I think at this point they should, but then they not because they had a perfect time getting A.J. Griffin to do that. So they didn't do that. So, like I said, everything's contingent upon next year. I'm not going to denigrate that move until I see the actual product on the floor. But like I said, the Knicks Brain Trust, they put everything on Johnny Davis, and y'all shouldn't have did that. Y'all should have had a contingency plan for Johnny Davis. And that guy y'all got from Duke is like a small forward, power forward in a small forward body. He's not a two guard. He don't shoot good enough to be a two guard. So that right there, like I said, I didn't understand that, but that's
Okay.
the Knicks.
And once again, man, Mitchell Robinson, man, we still don't know.
We don't know what they're gonna do. I'm gonna look at like with them. If they would have got Jalen Duren, I would have known that they was gonna move him. But now I think they're gonna keep him. And from what I've been reading, they want to keep him. So that's a good move.
Think that's a good move.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to sign him. So my advice is get rid of Noel, free up that money for him. Even though they got about $13 million in cap space.
Right. And how you feel about that? They using that cap space to get Jalen on Brunson?
Right. This is what I'm saying, man. Jalen Brunson he was all of that. Why ain't Dallas all where they supposed to be?
Well, chemistry.
Right. So
you could be good, but I mean, do you gel with other players, man?
Listen, man, he's overrated. He's not all that, man. Like I said, I would have got A.J. Griffin, and I would have had a more athletic guard that probably just had to get developed.
So why would you got A.J.
I'm not putting all that on Jalen Brunson. He overrated. He ain't doing nothing with Dallas. If he was all that, Dallas would have kept him. So all that,
So what you don't like about his
Knicks
game,
go
man?
in too hard on players, man, and they don't have contingency plans. I see how they do that, man. And Leon Rose, man, is not a good general manager, man. You understand? Well, he didn't know that, man, you got to have players to come. You can't be doing what Phil Jackson did, man. Getting all these European players, and then you think you can trade them off for other pieces, man.
Yeah.
You don't do that, man. Listen, you had a chance to get a good center and a good point guard. And y'all should have did that. That's all.
Why you don't like?
It's like with him, man. Like I said, the Knicks.
I want
to do your fans all the time. Y'all do your fans wrong, man. And that's why, man, I'm always on the fence with y'all, man. Because y'all do bonehead moves like this, man. It doesn't make sense to me.
So what the Knicks should have done concerning the draft?
They should have had a contingency plan just in case somebody would have took Johnny Davis. Okay, so that means you say, okay, if you can't get Johnny Davis, we address the center issue, or we address our point guard issue. There are other issues that need to be addressed on the Knicks that if you can't get that immediate two guard, then we just address that and then get a free agent. Y'all put everything, okay, we're gonna put everything on this year coming up. And that now if it doesn't work, you're gonna think you're gonna rebuild again with 3 first-round picks. That's not what you do. Man.
Speaking of the 3 first-round picks, man.
Yeah, man.
That's corresponding with Detroit. He gave up Kemba Walker, man. Do you think that's a good move, man, to give up Kemba?
Kemba Walker wasn't doing anything here.
Yeah, but is that because Tom Thibodeau wasn't big on him?
Listen, man, if you got a point guard that the coach don't like, guess what? It's highly likely they're going to move him. So that's that. You didn't work out here, Kemba. Move on. Okay? That's what I knew it was going to happen because of what they put Quigley in there and then just forgot all about you. The coach didn't like you. That's all that was. So go on somewhere where the coach like you and see if you can still do what you got to do. I think, you pretty much at the end of your career, but, if you want to keep playing, man. But you ain't going to play here in New York.
God damn.
True.
So the Knicks ain't really getting nobody.
Not at all, man. This is what I'm saying.
And they traded their 11th pick.
Jalen Duren is a good piece that you could have to develop just in case. But you always got to have contingency plan. And you got to look to the future. If it don't work out, you can trade that piece. But you got to have pieces like that you can use to get other pieces. You're not using your draft picks correctly. And I'm sorry, man. That's just the way I feel.
And we gave up the 11th pick.
To trade down. Who does that? You take your picks and trade up. No, the Knicks do it the other way. They take their pick and trade down. What the hell? Then you try to justify by saying that this was a weak draft. You had strong players available at that position. I don't care what you say. Then you got to always know it's sleepers in this draft that we're going to find out come the season.
And how you feel about that European player with the 11th pick, Osman Dine?
You know what, man? How old is he? About 19?
Yeah.
They got rid of him, didn't they? Okay. That pick, I could have got a piece, man, that I could have put for my future. All that is, y'all put everything on till next year. And listen, man, we don't know, like with me, I always try to pray for this. We don't know about injuries. We don't know about guys not going to really fit in. There's a lot of unknowns that we don't know that's going to come up in this 2022 season. And I don't know. All I know is I was disappointed because there were good pieces y'all could have got, man.
So, what are the pieces you felt the Knicks should have gravitated to? Speaking of draft.
I think at that 11th pick, I would have got my point guard situation, knowing that Johnny Davis was taken. I would have took A.J. Griffin, knowing that I would say, okay, I would wait, but I wouldn't have took a two guard. I would have got a free agent two guard because I need somebody to take R.J. to the next level. And I mean that.
And you think A.J. Griffin would have did that for R.J.?
A.J. Griffin would have been a point guard that could have got R.J. the ball, man, when he needed it. You understand? He's more of a point guard than Quigley from what I've been looking at. But you didn't do that, so you holding your hand. Cool. Or I would have addressed my big man issue. There were issues I would have addressed contingent upon me not getting Johnny Davis. So that was just one contingency plan. And the other one would have been I would have took Jalen Duren. So that way, I would have said, okay, with him, I would have got rid of Noel and freed up the money to give it to Mitch. That in that scenario.
Right.
That's all. And that's just me being a general manager. I'm not Leon Rose. He obviously knows more than I do.
So you think this draft set the Knicks back?
No, it didn't. I think the draft just made the Knicks whole. Now, what you got to understand, you doing this, you got to look at other teams in your conference that have drafted and got better. So now you have another chance to get some free agents to even it up. I hope that's what you're going to do. I don't know.
Right.
A bungle that I don't know what the Knicks, man. You know, like I said, man. You know, I love the players, but it's the brain trust, man.
All right. So it looks like Julius Randle's going to remain one of the Knicks, man.
To trade deadline, I hope he understands what's at stake. You know what I mean? I mean, you got to understand what's at stake here, Julius. This do or die, man. Every game got to be a championship game, man. And you got to approach it like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if you don't, I mean, you're making a whole lot of money, so it's kind of hard to approach it like that. But
now, you said you're not big on Jalen Brunson. You're not big on him.
nah, man.
So you feel the Knicks, in that case, should just keep developing Emmanuel quickly if you're going to.
Or they should have got AJ. I said, man, they should
Griffin.
have got AJ Griffin, man, because that would have just in case. You know, it's always contingencies. I always say, you know, I'm a different type of coach.
So what you like about AJ Griffin getting, man? And how could he?
Distributor first and a scorer, and he could shoot. So, but he's big and he can get a ball. You know, he's a distributor. He's a point guard. And I mean, he's a nice point guard. So I mean, obviously the Knicks thought that Derrick Rose and Quigley is better than getting another third option, or they got Grimes and also they got Miles McBride. Now you got to look at what the Knicks have. The Knicks got some good, you know, guards that they have. So I understand what they did. So now we got to see what Grimes and Miles McBride going to do. I hope they do well. I like them. They good. But like I said, that G League ain't the NBA.
I was about to say, they need to get McBride out the G League.
The playoffs is not the NBA.
It's damn near close to it.
No, the playoffs is a whole other monster. So there's some learning advancements that Miles and Grimes going to have to go through. Okay, so from what I hear, they get rid of Burks. They get rid of him. You know,
Yeah, Burks out of here too, I think, right?
Yeah, and it's their show.
And how you feel about Burks leaving, man?
Should have been got rid of him. I would have unloaded him in February, to be honest. He doesn't fit in with the plans. You know, like he's an 8-9 year veteran, can't really shoot, somewhat adequate at point guard, but he's not consistent at how he's playing. Could have been Thibodeau's system, I don't know. But I know watching film on him, he's erratic in the system. Man. He doesn't make it better. It's a toss-up with him.
Yeah. Now back to Ace Griffin. That was your first priority.
No, my first priority was Johnny Davis, but like I had a contingency.
Kevin Williams.
Hey, what's up, Columbo? I'm in the middle of doing an interview.
Yeah, so.
Oh, man, right.
Right.
Son?
Yo, pro material, Nets and all that.
I'm sorry. This
Yeah.
This is my son,
You look
Michael
just
Jr.
like you. How you doing, mister? I can see
Yo,
the family
Kev.
resemblance. I love you, man. Hey, yo, for real, I want him on there. And this is my man, Columbo. When I was a young fella, this is the only guy that dunked on me. But look how short he is.
Now, I'm glad. Yeah. You dunked.
Am I lying?
Yeah,
You dunked on him,
that's
right?
how we met. Yeah.
I need you to shut your mouth,
I
Kev.
had a
Okay,
light.
okay.
I don't need you to say nothing,
Matter of fact, I went to St. John's because of him. I played for Rice in '76 to '80,
right?
but you know I got caught out in the street getting
Now,
money.
okay,
But
yeah, I mean it happens, man. But when you dunked on him, did you have on some nickel
I
tire?
can't believe
I had some
his son is
basketball.
there.
Hold on, let me talk.
Talking to the son, man. I can speak.
what you asked me?
When you dunked on Kevin Williams,
We was in the park on 115 for tap. Everybody was out there, and you know I was short, so you know nobody
can
thought I
jump.
could jump. I could jump real high.
yeah.
Yeah, I was dunking when I was 14, 13, and all that.
How was his game? How was Kevin Williams' game on the court?
Kevin Pro, man.
a beast,
He's
man.
a beast, you know.
This my
Not too
boy
many people
surprised
dunked on
me.
him. So
My
that's
boy
how
surprised me. But you know that happens.
It happens.
It happens.
But
But like I said, it's just 2 points.
Yeah.
It's just
I played
2 points.
Riverside Gaucho, Tiny Arch.
Boy,
I played.
Columbo, man.
Yeah, I had
My
a
man.
little something.
Get money.
Yeah.
All right.
That money was
All right, my
Now
man.
you're
It was nice. It's a
business,
pleasure,
man.
bro.
Good man. Yo, pro
Like,
material.
hey,
All right.
hey, Columbo,
Pro, I
like
love you, man.
my boy.
You going to 106th Street tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm going there.
I'll be there about 3 or 4 o'clock.
I'm going to be there too.
All right, I'm gonna try to be
All right.
Hey, yo, man. God bless
Take
you,
care.
man.
God bless.
Hey, Columbo, I love you, man.
Hey, I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'm sorry about that, but that's my man. You know,
All right, man. It's on you. You want to
That's
interrupt
sad,
an
like
interview
Yeah, but
to
I'm talking about
have a
that
man
team.
tell you that he dunked on you, man? I mean,
Man, that's my boy, man. We go. I'm talking about we.
I'm about to dunk on you too, man. Let me tell y'all something, man.
Never.
Yo, it ain't over between Nick and my
All right,
man
man.
Kevin Williams
Listen,
and the
man.
Predator. I'm just gonna say that. And I ain't scratching my beard on this one, and I ain't fucking
I don't want to
biting my bottom lip.
We going back to the interview.
Yeah, shit, you interview. Like, let's
That's
get
what
into
happens
it.
when you're well liked in Harlem.
Yeah. But nah, seriously, man. So you like Griffin, right?
Yeah,
And you
man.
said that wasn't your top priority.
No, Johnny Davis was my top priority to address the backup or putting RJ at the one and put the two guard. We gotta get.
Wait. You said putting RJ at the one.
Yeah.
You think RJ could play the point?
Yeah. RJ can do whatever he want, man. As far as, because I've seen him at the point at Duke. He can do it. But like I said, being that y'all didn't get AJ Griffin, that's probably what's going to happen anyway. I'm just telling you, man. Like y'all supposed to have a point guard, a legitimate point guard to replace Derrick Rose. And Quigley is a project. You understand? So, yeah, okay, he can work. See, Quigley's multifaceted. He can be a point guard if he wants, but then I can use him as a two guard, too. See, he's my bench X factor. So, and I got to develop my bench as a coach.
Right?
I'm sorry.
Nah, you good. As a coach, you got to develop your bench.
Yeah, as a coach, man, because, man, you got to have a bench. And that bench is what helps you against injuries and different other things. So you got to develop that, too. That's just as important as you developing your nucleus and your core. So, he has his job workout, and him drafting like he did. That's what I don't understand. I got a piece I can put on my bench and use. Instead, you drafted for draft picks. So now, what, you going to have a bunch of free agents on your bench? That's the only option now, because you done messed up in the draft. And you can't tell me as a Knicks fan you happy with what he did this last night. Ain't nobody. I've read everybody's upset with what they did.
Yeah, man.
I haven't heard one Knicks fan say they all right. I heard a lot of Knicks fans say if they don't do good this year, they not going to be Knicks fans. I've read a lot of that because of what Leon Rose and that dude Wild Wild West did. And this is what I'm talking about, man. Y'all should be.
So who gets to blame in that?
All of them. Because, man, that right there is what they've been doing. That there is what the Knicks been doing. And if y'all telling me y'all doing, you know what, the Knicks, we got new brain trust, and y'all doing the same bonehead moves that they did back when the Knicks messed up the Knicks. Hey, man, we ain't going nowhere. Because that right there, I don't understand.
So based on what you've seen in the draft, what you expect from the Knicks?
There was some good players at that pick, number 11.
That the Knicks could have gravitated.
That they could have got and could have used them to put them on their bench. Like I said, it's just as important that I can develop a bench. People going to get injured. I already know that. Okay? And when that happens, I got to have pieces, man, on that bench that could come in and I can nurture and develop into something.
Now,
salvage my season.
The Knicks is gunning for Jalen Brunson. We all know that, right?
They got the money now.
We got $13 million in cap space.
They got the money now.
Do you think he's going to fit?
Kind of money in Dallas.
Do you think he's going to fit in the system of Tom Thibodeau? Do he even play D?
Let me say this, man.
In your eyes,
he's small. He's not as athletic as Derrick Rose. No, it's going to be a bust, man. And I'm going to be the first one to tell you.
So you're saying bringing Jalen Brunson to the Knicks is a bust?
Listen, go ahead, find out. He ain't doing nothing really in Dallas, man. Yo, listen, when they was playing Phoenix, my man was abusing him, Devin Booker. Okay, so, Luka was the one that got him through that.
But everybody got bad games, man.
Yeah, well, he was abusing. And that's a fact. But, listen, I'm not, if y'all bring him here, y'all get to see that yourself. So, I told you.
And
y'all bringing his father here don't mean nothing either. This is what I'm saying, like, isn't that against the rules? That's like Donald Trump bringing his son and making him his cabinet member. There's some kind of rule against that. But, if you all do that.
Conflict of interest, you think,
Primogeniture, because you bring your father in, that means that you can bring your son in. I don't know. That reeks of tampering. I don't know.
So how much input you think James Dolan had, man, as far as?
Well, now when I think they're like, servants to Rhett Butler, man, the way I look at that. He's Rhett Butler and they're the servant. And whatever he dictates, that's what they do. They come to him like servants. Yes, master, boss, master. We doing this, master, and but that's how he runs. That's how he runs the Knicks. Sorry to tell you that.
Damn.
He is a real slave master, slave owner, and he got about 15 contracts to prove it. And he's gonna have a few manumission papers after this one, because there's gonna be a lot of people that don't want to come here.
And according to what you've seen in the draft, what teams do you think the Knicks better look out for because they did the right thing? Suppose what the Knicks should have had done.
You gotta look out for Charlotte. But I mean, like I said, a lot of teams got better, and a lot of teams will get better with the players that they got from last year's draft.
Yeah.
You understand? So, you gotta look at that too. This draft is only gonna be maybe 1 to 5 players that make an impact out of all those players they got. Okay, so you understand that. So the players from last year, those are the players that's gonna be coming up this year. Okay. Players like Jalen Green and all of those guys that are stars, man.
Yeah.
And they're gonna come up. They're gonna come up this year.
Now I want to switch it up a little, man.
Yeah.
I know you heard about Kyrie Irving not being happy with the Brooklyn Nets, and he's making he gave him like some trade option list to the Nets. I heard the Lakers.
The
Knicks.
What's the other one?
I'm not sure on the third one.
I know the Lakers and the Knicks showing interest in him.
Do you think it's a smart move for the Knicks to acquire Kyrie? He can play.
I'm going to say this. Those same COVID rules apply. COVID is here to stay. Flu season has been here since 1918. COVID season is going to be here. Once they institute those protocols again, he'll be missing games again. So, no, I don't think. The Knicks ain't going to tolerate that. So, no, he's not going to be on the Knicks. The Brain Trust already said they don't want Kyrie Irving.
So that's one thing. The Brain Trust.
They don't want him. They said because of that. He's not a company man. Kyrie Irving will show up to meetings when he want to show up.
Right.
So that's not the Knicks. See, the Knicks is from that old plantation style where you do what you're told and don't ask no questions. That's their mentality. Or how that white lady said, Laura Ingram, keep dribbling and shut up. That's basically the Knicks. Keep dribbling and shut up and leave the political aspects to me.
All right, and that's what it is, man.
Harlem forever, baby.
With Mr. Kevin Williams.
That's
we out.
Right.